The sequential LED taillights that we have here today would be an awesome choice for any 2015 through 2023 Mustang owner who might be looking to get away from the ordinary stock red taillights and into something that's going to give off a very sleek appearance reminiscent of the popular Euro style taillights. Now these DOT approved options here will pack a full LED operation and of course still maintain that sequential functionality, all for right around that high $600 price point. So again, these options will be for the S550 owners out there looking to replace his or her factory tails for whatever reason and go with a Euro-inspired design that really has been extremely popular in the aftermarket here in the States as of late. Now, if you're not familiar with this whole Euro thing that I'm talking about, well, certain European spec Mustangs actually came equipped with these clear lenses from the factory due to local laws, and that does help contribute, obviously, to a different look compared to the US spec Mustangs. Now, despite that clear lens, guys, you still are getting the standard red lighting through the modern and bright LEDs, and that's why these lights, of course, have been given both the DOT and the SAE stamp of approval, and that just makes them legal for use in all 50 states. Now, those red LEDs are gonna operate in basically the same manner as your stock tail lights, so expect standard operation in that regard. Running lights, brake lights, all that good stuff will be basically as stock. Now, again, you are still maintaining that sequential functionality, which certainly is one of those iconic things. We don't want to lose that, and you're certainly not going to lose that when you install these options. Now, those bright red LEDs are located behind the clear polycarbonate lens and nestled into the ABS plastic housing here. You still do have some of that piano black going on between the actual tri-bars, making these a dead ringer for the stock taillights or the factory Euro taillights from Ford. Now, these have been designed to be a direct swap plug and play with your factory S550 tails. No cutting, no permanent modification needed. In fact, these are directly plug and play when it comes to wiring. Now, these have been designed with all 2015 through 2023 Mustangs. So even if you have a 2018 with the more angular style taillights and maybe prefer the more simplistic kind of straight up and down tri-bars, well, these will still work on your car. Price point for the sequential options will live in that high $600 ballpark here, which certainly does put these, I would say, in the upper echelon when it comes to aftermarket tails in the category for your S550, amongst other options from companies like S550 Euros, for instance. But at the same time, these are still going to be more affordable than just going with the OE Ford Performance options with the clear lenses. Those guys you can also find here on the site, but they're going to cost you about $200 more than the sequential options we have here today. But now we want to segue into the installation portion of today's video, guys. Again, this one's going to be extremely straightforward, plug and play job, direct swap. So figure a soft 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe an hour at absolute most to complete from start to finish. Now, to give you a better idea of how this one might go down in the garage or driveway at home, here's our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are a ratchet, a 10mm socket, and a trim panel removal tool. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of taillights on our Mustang. So let's get started with the uninstall of the stock lights first. All right, once you've got your deck lid open, first thing we're gonna do is remove this trim piece here on the back of the trunk. And to do that, we've got 4 knobs, one here, one down in the corner here, and 2 on the other side in the same position. So we'll just go ahead and unscrew those, remove this panel, and then we've got 2 push pins, one on each side, that we need to remove to gain access to the lights. All right, so we'll remove our 2 knobs on the passenger side at the top of this panel and at the bottom. And once you've got those out, you can do the same thing on the other side. Now with our knobs removed, we can go ahead and pull our trim panel away and lift up and get it out of the way. All right, now we're going to use our trim panel removal tool and remove this push pin right here at the top. So we'll just slip that underneath and pry it out. So once our push pin's out of the way, we can go ahead and fold our trim panel down. And then the first thing we're going to do is down here in the corner is the electrical connector for the lights. All you have to do is push in on the release tab at the top and lift that up and disconnect your lights. Next thing we're going to do is we've got two 10mm nuts here, and there's one over here in the corner that unfortunately we can't get to with the camera, but you'll be able to see it once you start looking. So now we'll go ahead and remove these three 10mm bolts. Now, once you've got those bolts, those nuts out of the way, go ahead and grab a hold of your light and pull it straight back. Now, you don't want to pull it too far because there is a grommet right behind the lights that we need to remove as well. Now you just push down on the edge of the grommet and pull it out and remove your connector. And you can repeat that process for the other side. All right, to install our new light, all we have to do is reverse the process that we used to uninstall it. So we'll feed our harness back through the hole, install our grommet, attach our nuts to the back side. We've got 3 of them here. Once we do that, then we can repeat that process for the other side and you're done. Okay, we'll feed our harness through, install our grommet, insert our studs back through the hole. We'll reinstall our nuts. Get the one back in the corner. Now we'll plug our light back into our harness. Place our trim panel. Insert our push pin. And you can repeat that process for the other side. Now that we've got our lights installed, we can go ahead and replace our trim piece at the back of our trunk. So we'll just set that into place. Line it up over our studs. And with it in place, we'll go ahead and replace our 4 knobs. And do the same thing with the other 2 on the other side. And that wraps up our review and install of the sequential LED tail lights with the black housing and clear lens for your 15 to 23 Mustang. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.